Welcome back to another Legacy Steel and Sorcery guide. If you saw my herb guide, you'll remember I mentioned an in-depth look at King's Mint. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. King's Mint is the only rare herb in the game, and it's incredibly powerful in both cooking and alchemy. In this video, I'll show you how to maximize your haul by covering all the key spawn locations, saving you time and boosting your efficiency. First up, there's a spawn right above Morthog's lair in the Skeleton Ruins. It's an easy pickup if you start nearby or plan to pass through the area. Another potential spawn is at the North Tower, which can be conveniently looted if your path takes you close to the nearby extraction point. I'm splitting the Lightbearer's Keep into two parts, north and south. Let's start with the north. Outside the keep, there's a spawn by the fountain, technically not inside, but very accessible. Moving to the northwest entrance, we find our first spawn in the small graveside. Just a few steps away is another spawn, close to where the skeleton mage appears. A third is right across the chamber, directly in front of the statue. Head through the main doors into the courtyard, and immediately to the left is another possible spawn. A few steps ahead, near the center of the courtyard, there's yet another. On the eastern rampart of the courtyard, you'll find another spawn tucked along the edge. Two more spawns are located along the outer perimeter of the castle walls. These are best accessed via the bridge leading toward the south side of the keep. Now for the south side. As we cross over the bridge into the first room, the first possible spawn is on the opposite wall directly ahead. To your left, inside the small room just past the bridge, you'll find another spawn, left of the doorway. Close by, there's one more just beneath the small window in the same room. Heading up the ramp from that last location, we enter a small courtyard. Check the right side for the next spawn. Upstairs, by the fountain, is another reliable spot. Nearby, on the balcony overlooking the north side of the ruins, is another possible spawn location. Moving further south, look near the fallen pillar. You may just find one at its base. And right behind that, another can be tucked away in the rubble. As you exit past the fountain, head towards the next landing. One more spawn to check. And finally, just before leaving the ruins, through the last archway, there's a small graveyard on the left, where you can sometimes find not one, but two. There's also a potential spawn on the land bridge that connects the ruins to the large chapel perched on the hill. Moving on to the council's estate. If you take the western path leading up to the estate, you can find two potential spawns early on during the ascent. There's also another spawn near the eastern entrance, just outside the estate's wall. Over at the Green Ruins, check the base of the staircase that leads up to the second floor for a possible spawn. Next, we head to Stonefield Chapel. The first spawn here is tricky. It's hidden in the bushes next to some destructible boxes. Another can be found on the opposite side of the same walkway, at the top of the stairs before the fountain. There's one more listed here on the map, but after 40 plus runs, I've never seen it spawn, so good luck if you're hunting for that one. Now this one's not listed, but if you head here on the map, You'll find this one sometimes just outside the hole in the ground. Now that you know all possible locations, I wanted to show you what my average speedrun looks like. Rather than hitting every location, I try and focus on hitting Lightbearer's Keep and integrate any other that work in conjunction with my entry and exit points. I'm doing this on a priest in all greys to show just how easy it is once you can get it down. I started at the green runes, then moved to the northwest entry of the keep. And as you can see here, I have some pretty amazing luck. Then moved through to the courtyard, check these two spawns, not so good. Head upstairs, check here, also no luck. Float down here, check the outer perimeter. I like to shell up here just because of how many mobs you end up pulling, especially archers. We check the 3 spawns in here. None there. Head up to the courtyard, there's not one there. And we find one here on the balcony. When you get through this window, it's basically a reset spot for the mobs. Check along here, and finally here, where we have a bit more luck. It's very easy to run over to the council's estate from here. Check these two, and run over and check the opposite side. Unfortunately, no luck there. But, as you see, we end with 7 King's Mint, and we're done in less than 5 minutes. I prefer farming this way to avoid the constant PvP threats. Going that deep into the keep so early in the game should mean very little interaction, and also extracting so early should mean safer extractions. I hope this guide helps. I'm currently working on an Ironwood guide for those looking for rare endgame materials. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you in the next one.